All right, guys, so I'm back to do a video. I feel like it's been a while since I've jumped on the channel and just done a video solo without the unfrumpy mommy, who is my cameraman today, or camera person. Today, what I wanted to do is a what's in my bag video from a guy's perspective. Now, I am still amazed that there's a whole category of YouTube videos where women basically just show what they're carrying around in their purses. Like, that blows me away.
But we're curious and we love sharing.
So since you guys are curious, I thought it'd be good to kind of show that version of a video from a guy's perspective, right? Guys, of course, we don't carry purses, but
some guys do.
Some guys do, I don't. Some guys do, and if that's your thing, hey, knock yourself out. But we do travel, we go on trips, you know, we go hiking, we go golfing, we play sports. So I'm a guy that tries to be, I'm a mature guy. I try to be well-groomed. I travel a little bit. So what's in my bag, especially in these hot summer months where we're doing a lot more traveling? Let's go through it. All right, so let's get started. Now, the first thing you will notice, okay, if you watch the Unfrumpy Mommy Life channel and you are a regular subscriber and tune in regularly, you know her bags are all Louis Vuitton and Gucci and whatever.
And I love it.
This whole video, I am very low maintenance, right? I try to be, well-groomed, but I am a low maintenance type of dude. These are...
I love that about you though, babe.
Yeah, these are real simple bags you can get from Walmart or Marshall's, just simple men's toiletry bag. This is just a regular book bag from a sporting goods store. So the bags themselves are not that intricate. I like to keep my stuff pretty rugged. And what I'm gonna do in this video, I'm gonna start from left to right. So these are kind of 3 different bags.
Okay. You look really nice today, babe.
So what's the word? What did your Jamaican friend say you were? Stush?
Stush.
We learned a new word. So
Hi,
I'm not
Reed.
stush. I'm not stush, right? Your Jamaican friend, Reed, said that you're a stush. That's a new word we learned that I had not heard before.
She's your friend too, are you?
Yeah. I actually knew her before I knew you. So
You're right.
All right, so let's go through it. First, let's start with the overnight bag.
Okay.
I travel for work pretty often, and actually probably most of my trips, weirdly enough, are overnight, meaning I leave, one day and come back the next day. As you guys know, probably from traveling and going through the airports and TSA, you have to take, when I'm traveling overnight, I'm really not trying to check a bag. I'm not trying to put anything under the plane. I'm trying to do a carry-on. As you guys know, when you do carry-on bags, you got to do the quart clear bags, right? So I keep these around, and I believe you have to keep liquids. So you keep these around, and then you can put liquids in here that are under 30 ounces. So you got to have really small containers. Then you don't have to put it under the airplane. So this first bag here, this black bag, if I'm doing an overnight trip, this is all I take. Everything I need is self-contained in this bag.
I like it. It's nice.
So let's go through it. Thank you. Basically have 2 zip pockets. First zip pocket was actually 3. The first zip pocket, plastic bag. And this one is pretty straightforward. Let me open this up. Got your Gold Bond medicated powder. You can use baby powder too, it really doesn't matter.
What do you use that for?
It's body powder. So, guys, we do the body powder thing, most of us. So, you put this on your chest.
If you have
or in your guy areas.
So is this specifically for guys who have hairy chests, or can you use this if you don't have hair on your chest? Like you have a hairy chest.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think guys can use it either way.
Okay.
And definitely down in your guy areas, you definitely want to use this. It's a little TMI, but we're in those hot summer months, y'all.
Yeah.
So you want to keep it. What's nice about the Gold Bond as opposed to just regular baby powder, you can use either or. The Gold Bond has menthol, which gives you a nice little cooling sensation. Little Degree travel deodorant. Axe body spray, and this one's a little dusty because it's been in my bag. This is travel size Axe body spray. Now, I did a video a long time ago, and I talked about using Axe body spray, and a lot of the comments we got back were pretty funny. Let me explain how I use Axe, okay? I don't use Axe as cologne, okay?
Guys, he has like a 30-minute routine. I'm not even lying.
Yeah.
Eric, you're in the bathroom forever.
Yeah, I spray the Axe on, I put a little baby powder on top of that, and if I'm wearing cologne, I'll put some cologne
It's like a formula.
Yeah, and I don't overspray the Axe. Like some guys will spray it all on their clothes.
Ugh.
No, I use this very sparingly, right? So I'm not the guy that's like, oh my God, he reeks of Axe and cologne. I just use a little bit, I don't overdo it, and I don't use it as a substitute for cologne.
I like when Chase uses it though.
Yeah.
smells nice.
And I don't think Axe smells bad. I think
No, I don't either.
I think it smells pretty good.
Yeah.
Hand sanitizer. I cannot stress this enough. I use this not just for my hands. First of all, let me say this. Last year, nobody in our house got sick.
Knock on wood, we will get through another year.
Nobody caught a cold, and I attest that to the fact that we use hand sanitizer religiously. I use this when I travel. What amazes me is I'm on and off of planes. I'm in meetings. I'm shaking people's hands in a meeting, and I won't ever see anybody use hand sanitizer. Like, I'll see people shake 20 people's hands, and then we'll go eat lunch, and I'm like, nobody's using hand sanitizer. I use this for my hands, obviously. I also use this because, again, with an overnight bag, I can't take a bunch of stuff. I use this to clean the remotes in my hotel room, the phone if I need to use it. So I use it to clean my cell phone. All hand sanitizer really is gel rubbing alcohol. It's basically the same formula. So you can use it to clean stuff. You want to use it sparingly, but I use it for all those different purposes. Lotion and Vaseline, you got to stay moisturized. If I'm doing an overnight trip, I just use the hotel lotion. I'm not going to pack, a big thing of lotion. So I use lotion and Vaseline to stay moisturized. And then I've got a comb in here and some mouthwash.
Okay.
So that's the first.
All that it was in your overnight bag.
Yep. So if I stick it in here, shut it, all that fits in one little quart container.
Okay. And it's neat that you put it inside of a Ziploc bag so that when it's time to get to the airport, you can just easily pull that out and then it just goes back in.
And these do get kind of like, this one's probably kind of cruddy. So I keep fresh ones, right? So you do have to switch them out. And this bag stays packed. I don't unpack. This stays in my bathroom as is. These 3 bags, I always have this stuff in them. These are stay ready. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
I love it.
My second bag that I take on overnight, toothbrush, toothpaste. You get these from the dollar store. They come in a little kit.
So that's a travel toothbrush?
Travel toothbrush. Some gum. Actual cologne. So I do use cologne. This is Eternity. And this is in a little travel size. Okay. So I'm not just spraying myself with Axe. I do use cologne. Aftershave. This is just a little gel aftershave. I put it in a travel size bottle.
Oh, that's neat.
And a razor. Shaving cream. So razors and shaving cream. So all that. I try not to shave when I travel overnight, but sometimes you just have to. I try to shave before I leave so I don't have to travel on an overnight trip. And then the next thing is this little travel size Luster's pink oil. So that is what I use to moisturize my hair. So I keep that. It's just kind of hard to find travel size, but if you go to you generally won't find a lot of good travel size stuff in the grocery store sometimes, but if you go to like a drugstore, sometimes they'll have better variety of travel size deodorants and shampoos and toothpaste and toothbrushes. And the Dollar Tree will have some stuff too. So let me show one more thing. So I know, babe, you're doing the fashions for women under 40. Or
over 40.
Over 40. So I have a bit of a public service announcement for us guys that are over 40.
PSI.
Something that happens to guys.
Oh, it's not PSI, that's
TMI. You're talking about pressure per square inch.
PSA.
No.
Per public service announcement.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say TMI.
Oh, no.
All right.
No, I don't even know what you're getting ready to say.
Something happens to our hair when we reach 40. You start getting the long nose hair, the ear hair. I don't know why it happens.
TMI.
Yeah. A lot of the guys I work with are over 40, and you're talking to them, and you'll see the nose hairs coming out like this. So keep get a nose hair trimmer or even just a razor like this, and I always am checking my ears and my nose to make sure, nothing's sticking out where it shouldn't be. So keep one of these handy.
All right.
So I keep a travel one of these in all my bags. So that's it for the overnight bag. Let's now move on to the 2 bags I use when I'm on a longer trip or really a vacation. Right, if I'm on a long business trip or an actual vacation, these are the bags that I'll carry. So these 2 blue bags, when I travel with these, especially if I'm flying, obviously, these are gonna go in the checked baggage. These can't, go on with me as carry-on.
Why not?
Because they have full-size bottles. Okay. Like, here's a bottle of Gold Bond. So let's talk about this first. On the last bag, I showed like the little small body powder. So you got the Johnson's baby powder, which you can use, or the Gold Bond. Now, this you may have seen this spray-on Gold Bond powder where you can actually spray it on. This is garbage. This is trash. We started.
Why do you have it in there?
Right. Well, because my son liked these, and he started using them. But what I found is the little aerosol, the spray stops working after a while. You have to really push down on it to get it to work. And it may have something to do with us putting it on the plane. I don't know if that affects the pressurization, but I just find it's sometimes really hard to get this to spray and work, and you don't get a lot of powder. And these are expensive. These are like $7. You can get baby powder and even the Gold Bond or the off-brand Gold Bond for like $1.50. So I wouldn't recommend these. I just got it because I've got to use it up. But this isn't worth the money. Don't get the spray-on powder. Just stick with the Gold Bond or the Johnson's baby powder. You talked about, like our trip to Quebec. It's funny, we're going to Canada in the summertime coming from hot Atlanta, where we're in the 90s and we're expecting to go to Canada and it's going to be, a little bit cooler. Of course, we get up there and they're having like a massive heat wave. It's hotter there than it is in Atlanta. So I did not expect to come home with a tan.
We all have tans, guys. We look like little chocolate chips.
Yeah. So, and I think for those of us that have a little bit more melanin, that are darker, I think we tend to kind of take sunscreen and sunblock for granted. Guys, no matter your skin tone, don't do that. Wear the sunscreen. This is Banana Boat. This is SPF 15. I make sure I take sunscreen, especially on vacations, because usually, we didn't expect to have it in Quebec, but if it's not Quebec or Canada, you might be going to the tropics or on a cruise or down to Florida, especially if you go to some of these islands that are like right on the equator. I remember getting like a bad sunburn on my neck in Aruba. You want to have some good sunscreen. So,
and I actually use some that has an SPF of 70.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one that you have, babe, is actually kind of low.
Yeah, this is kind of low.
Yeah.
But I don't sunbathe. I don't spend a lot of time out in the sun, but you're right. You want to make sure
that bus tour in Montreal about killed me.
Yeah, it was hot. And some of the same stuff. I've got, some Vaseline in here. I like this Vaseline is actually from the dollar store. I like this because it's mixed with cocoa butter, so I like that formulation. Again, full size gel deodorant. So this is not something I could put in a carry-on because technically this is a gel-like liquid and it's over 30 ounces. So this has to go under the plane. Has to be checked baggage. I also will do a full-size Axe. Now again, guys, and you talked about my ritual. What I do, especially in the hot summer months, I will spray on the Axe is my undercoat. So I'll spray on a little bit of Axe. Then I'll do a light dusting of baby powder, and then I will spray a cologne on top of that.
We will leave the recipe for Eric's body ritual in the description box.
And again, I don't overdo it. I'm not spraying a lot of Axe. In this travel bag, I've got just a little bitty small Calvin Klein Obsession. I find Calvin Klein Obsessions, even though it's kind of old school, travels really well, and you can see kind of the small one here. Some other scents that travel well. I think you talked about this Spice Bomb by Victor Rolf.
Yeah, I love it.
What I like about this, especially for those of us that are doing like summer trips and you're going somewhere tropical, Mexico, the Caribbean, a cruise, this smells tropical. Nice tropical scent. I also like the Gucci Guilty is a good one, and the Hugo Boss. So all these are scents that I found travel well. The bottles, some of these bottles are kind of big, so if you don't want a larger bottle like this one, again, you can get the small travel size.
Yeah, that's smart. Guys, I would be curious to know, leave a comment. Let me know if your spouse, your significant other has a daily ritual, a travel ritual. Eric is serious about his, and I just want to know, is he the only one? Please let me know. Inquiring minds want to know. Is your husband this bad? Do you think you don't think this is bad?
No, this isn't that. No.
Babe, you have a lot of stuff.
But you got to be well groomed. I have two kinds of aftershave. I have the gel, inexpensive, just grocery store Gillette aftershave that I think a lot of guys use. And then I will also use, this is just Obsession for men. So what happens is, I'm not a huge fan of buying like the perfume or cologne kits where you get like the perfume and the lotion and the aftershave and the shower gel, except when I need travel stuff, right? A lot of times I think that's kind of a ripoff, but when I need like a travel cologne or a travel aftershave, I will get the kit and throw the travel stuff in my bag. The rest of the stuff in here, I think it's stuff we kind of already talked about. We got the mouthwash, the lotion, the toothpaste. One more thing I will show, again, the floss sticks. Okay, and this is about it. I got like 2 more in here, so I'm glad I'm going through this. I try to make sure I keep the dental floss sticks in here. Make sure you're flossing. Even on our road trips, we want to make sure we're doing that.
And so as Eric recollects his items and places them back in his bag, I will say that Eric is a pleasure to travel with because he is so neat and organized when we, travel. And obviously Eric and I share a bathroom away on vacation. I don't have to worry about him going in there and destroying the bathroom and having his products everywhere. Eric is well aware of my hotel phobias and my hotel issues.
Yeah.
So he keeps all of his items right here in those 2 blue bags. He uses them and he places them back in his little bags, and he places them, neatly underneath the counters in our bathroom. So he is really a pleasure to travel with.
Now, with our son,
Chase gets his own bathroom. I don't know if we've ever shared that here on the channel, but we stopped sharing rooms and bathrooms with Chase long ago. What we try to do is get suites where there are 2 bedrooms. He gets his own bedroom and his own bathroom. I find that really keeps down controversy on our trips, and we're just gonna leave it at that.
and actually that's a good segue to talk about this next bag, because one of the things we like about going to Orlando, and you guys know we vacation in Orlando a lot. Orlando has a lot of hotels with suites.
Yeah.
Where you can get 2 bedroom suites and 2 bathrooms.
Yeah. When we travel to other places, like, let's say we just got back from Montreal, we have to get 2 rooms, the adjoining rooms.
Yeah.
Like I said, to kind of keep down controversy.
Yeah. So this next bag is a reflection of our hobbies, right? And I feel like as adults, when we start adulting hard, when we go into our 20s and early 30s, and you have little ones, you kind of lose a little bit of yourself. You lose the sense of having hobbies and interests, because what happens is your kids' hobbies, especially when they're young, become your hobbies. If your daughter is in dance, your hobby is dance. If your son plays football, you're into football. If your son or daughter plays basketball, that's now your hobby. So when you have little ones, you don't have a lot of free time to do that type of stuff. But as you get older and your kids go into middle school and high school, and even you become an empty nester and they start doing more things on their own, you will find if you don't develop your own sense of things that you like to do and enjoy, you will get really bored really quick and be like, what am I going to do with my spouse and my significant other to have fun? So one of the hobbies that we all enjoy in this house, separately or together, is one, as you guys probably know, we enjoy going to Orlando. Like, that's a big hobby of ours. It helps keep us sane and keep us from going crazy from the day-to-day adulting we all have to do. But our other big hobby that you guys might not know about is we hike and bike and do just general outdoor stuff a lot. Like almost every weekend we are hiking somewhere, biking. If it's here locally, we will do the Beltline or Stone Mountain or Kennesaw. We'll even go up to like Chattanooga in the North Georgia mountains and Lookout Mountain. We do a lot of that. And so this bag is another bag that I never ever unpack. This is our hiking and biking bag. Whenever we're doing an outdoor activity, this bag stays packed and ready to go, and I hang it up in my closet. So what is in this bag that I take with us?
And again, this bag is always ready. You never unpack this bag.
Never unpack it.
Yeah.
So kind of the same stuff. We got hand sanitizer, some lotion, some Vaseline for dry lips. You've got the, what is this, baby lips that you use. So kind of the standard, moisturizing products, more lotion. Also, because this is an outdoor bag, we've got the mosquito repellent.
Now, where are you getting all this hotel lotion from?
I have.
Are we supposed to be taking the hotel's lotion?
Hotel lotion. I have a bucket.
Should we be removing the hotel's lotion?
I travel so much. I have a bucket upstairs of hotel lotion. But for your car or your and how you gonna sit up here in front when you have a bunch of it in your purse right now?
Oh no,
yeah.
I don't believe I do.
I think you do. And there's some in the cars. We keep it in our cars. It comes in really handy. Got some tissue in here. So
What is that?
tissues,
Ninja Turtles?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh my gosh.
Tissue here. And then we've got just some towels, just, you know, for wiping off sweat or wiping our hands or whatever. I'll also put like some cold waters in here. Now, when we hike and bike, generally speaking, we are semi-adventurous. In other words, we try to stay on trails. We'll go deep in the woods, but we're not going all off. Where
You will not see us on the news.
what's that show? I Shouldn't Be Alive.
I Shouldn't Be Alive, yeah.
Naked and Afraid. None of that. Okay,
No.
we keep it safe. But just be aware. I've hiked in places where you see like the bobcat signs. I know in Georgia you got to worry about. You do have the black bears, so you have to get like the bear spray. Put that in your bag. Just be safe. So we'll put that in there if we need it. The other thing I've got is ponchos to make sure we don't get caught in the rain. So this is our hiking and biking and park and recreation bag. And I think, you know, again, to go back to this being a great hobby, you know, this is another thing we like to do when we travel. So this is a bag, we've taken it to what we've done, the Grand Canyon. You should put in the Instagram pictures. If you follow us on Instagram, you'll have seen some of these pictures. Some of our favorite places we've done outside of Georgia, the Grand Canyon. What did we do in Vegas? Red Rock was really fun. Yosemite was fun. So we'll throw those in on the Instagram pictures. And I also think, again, to go back to just adulting for a little bit, and I'm going to get on my another public service announcement. You know, I see a lot of. I think if you're adulting, at some point you're going to talk about I need to lose weight, right? I need to go on a diet. And it's funny, whenever I see people talk about that, they always talk about they're going to join a gym, buy a treadmill, go on some diet, and all that is all well and good. But I think a lot of us, when we reach a certain age, we forget that there's a whole outdoors
Free.
that we can do that's free. Again, go buy a bicycle, take up tennis. We took up tennis years ago. We love playing tennis. That's something we can do together. Go on a hike. Even though we have a great home gym downstairs, I'll be honest with you, and my wife will tell you, when it's sunny outside, I'm outside doing something. I'm playing basketball, I'm golfing, tennis, walking, biking. I try to save the gym for when it's raining or it's cold or I just don't feel like going outside. So if you're trying to get in shape, I guess what I'm saying is, to summarize it, don't just feel like you got to join the gym and get on the treadmill for an hour. That can be really, really monotonous. Now you, babe, you're the one, you will stay on an elliptical for an hour, 2 hours.
I'm a gym rat.
Yeah, you love it.
I'm a gym rat. You know, I told you guys a few videos ago that I do have a certification in physical fitness. But yeah, I love the gym. I love the gym.
See, me, and comment, you know, tell us in the comments, I have too short of an attention span. I can do a treadmill or elliptical for an hour physically. Mentally, even if it's something good on TV, I have a hard time with it. If I go outside and go for a jog, to me it doesn't feel like exercise.
Yeah. See, I can just get in my head and just stay on.
So let us know in the comments, and again, if you are trying to lose weight or get in shape, and look, I'm not in perfect shape, but I think we can all.
You guys know too that you know I've talked ad nauseum about how difficult it is to stay fit after 40. It's a struggle.
Yeah, I could, you know, probably stand to lose 5 or 6 pounds myself, but
you look awesome, babe.
I'm in okay shape, but again, a lot of it is I just go outside, and I feel like if you're trying to lose weight, it doesn't feel like as much of a job if you can find a nice park or anything. Just make sure, ladies, that you stay safe. You know, jog with a buddy, don't go out too late at night. You know,
take your dog.
Yeah. Be careful staying off the beaten path, all that stuff, and you'll be good to go. So anyway, guys, sorry to ramble on at the end. That was it. You had my 3 bags. You had my overnight bag, my long vacation, long business trip bag, and my hiking bag.